We're so 2008, baby.
And that phrase you just said was so 2000 and late.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Boom shakalaka. You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him.
He's on fire.
Oh, fuck.
Get over here.
Welcome back to the Jojitorium. Well, I think, remember too, whenever we found the German Scheiser porn.
Let's not lie to each other. You're in twerk classes over there. That's what
Yeah. That's all it is.
The fitness class.
Working on them TikTok videos you like so much.
Dead face.
Got right in front of you. Welcome back. You know who it is. It's Adam. It's Matt. We're decaying with the boys, and you don't need to wait till Black Friday to get us on the cheap. News, notes, and neat aren't the only thing these podcast vets drop on a weekly basis. Adam and Steve bring the funny to craft beer while keeping you current on the ever-changing beer game. Yeah, we might be a little biased because we've been on a couple episodes, but go ahead and ask Monday's Brewing, Inner Groove, the creators of One Pint at a Time, First at Brewbox, and even Rick F. Seaback, and tons of other guests about the hosts from Hop Nation. The dynamic duo bring you new episode drops on Fridays on every major platform. Check out Hop Nation USA on all social media by checking them out, by searching their name, and just make sure you tell them the boys sent you. Adam, happy weird Black. You call it Black Friday, but it just feels racist to say it. Hey,
it's Black Friday. It's a business term, Matt. It's okay.
I'm sorry, and I'm torn about it because I feel like it's not cool.
It's cool. It's kosher.
Is it
As your people say, it's kosher.
It's kosher. It's got two kitchens.
There, I'll go with a different group of people. If that helps you out, Matt.
Well, to go on what you were saying, this is Black Friday, which is usually a terrible day of consumerism in America. But we are sitting our thick white boy asses in these chairs, bringing you the funny.
And I'm sorry to the listeners now if I seem distracted. I'm on Amazon on my phone this whole episode.
The whole episode.
I gotta grab those deals.
Cyber Monday is upon us, and Jeff Bezos needs another dick-shaped rocket. So Adam is funding the left, was it deflector shield that goes, the heat shield that goes on the left rocket. Oh my God, man. So it is the Friday after Thanksgiving. So I got to ask you, man, how was everything here or wherever you went you went to your mom's?
I went to my mom's. It was quiet. It was good. Ate some dry ass turkey, some dry ass stuffing, and had some fun. Drank a couple beers. Didn't get too crazy. Got a good night's sleep last night.
Yours sounds way different than mine.
It was kind of a calm day.
Judge, what you said you didn't get too crazy. Did you have any good beers? Did you go around and get anything local or?
I did. My wife actually picked up Thanksgiving beer, I think it was called, or just Thanksgiving beer.
Nice.
From Strange Roots.
Oh, okay.
So that was pretty good. It was a fall beer, kind of had some of the seasonings and spices that are associated with Thanksgiving, as well as a little kick of cranberry. And then it was fermented on bread. So it was just like kind of a wild fermentation out of... Yeah, so it was good. Just a nice little, under 5% table beer. It was good.
Okay. Now, you said, too, you were drinking a lot of gin last year. Did you crack gin?
No, gin's my Christmas thing.
Gin's your Christmas
So
thing.
I had ham with turkey. I had some hams, and I had the Thanksgiving Day beer. And I was trying my best to get to a Night of the Living Stout with dessert, and I was just too full. I just had water with dessert.
Let me tell you what I did. All right. So I started drinking at 8:30 in the morning, and I went out and bought these Pabst Blue Ribbon coffee, the winter spice ones. So I
haven't had that yet.
It's good. They come in 4-packs. I had a couple of them, and then I had a couple of them. But what I was doing was I got this sweet frother for my coffee because I'd make fancy coffees. So I was making warm Larceny bourbon foam, and I was putting that on top of the Pabst Blue Ribbon spiked coffee.
Nice.
And I had a lot of them. And before I knew it, I was like, oh shit, what's in my beer fridge? I got some stuff in here. And then it was something that you got me a year ago. It was the Hardywood gingerbread porter.
Oh, that's a good one.
And I kept it. I was like, I'm going to wait as long as I can before I drink this. So I was like, after having, and I shit you not, 8 or 9 of those coffee drinks that I made.
And those aren't low ABV either. Aren't they near 8?
No. The coffees are 5, but I had straight up bourbon
foam on
foam
top.
yeah. And I was putting in a shot every time I whipped it up, so it's like a shot of bourbon every time I'm drinking one of these things. Yes, I was feeling. I was trying to help my wife cook, which is probably why she took over the whole thing. So yeah, I couldn't be trusted with sharp objects at this time.
You keep falling down.
Yeah,
Get out of the kitchen.
Get out of here, man. So I drink the Hardywood, and I had sense of mind enough to put it on Untapped. I did check it in. I tagged you. I tagged your wife, because you guys are the ones who got it for me for Christmas last year. And that's when it all fell apart. My wife was like, you just need to go be anywhere else that isn't right here. And thankfully, my mom came over. She was watching my kids, because I was in no shape to be a father. I feel bad, but I've been apologizing all day. But she's like, my wife was like, just please, Christ, for Thanksgiving, your beard looks like shit. Can you just go trim it down and make it presentable? Because everyone's going to be here. You look like you are trying to steal a turkey instead of cook one. I was like, yeah, sure, I got you. So I'm upstairs. I'm like getting ready for Thanksgiving. I'm shaving up my beard, and I'm, trimming the old nose hairs and everything, get myself, to look okay, even though on the inside, just hammered. I'm a waterfall of whiskey on the inside. So, I'm getting done with the shower. I get out, and my wife's like, hey, hurry up, come down here. I need you to help me with something. And the shower kind of sobered me up a little bit, to where I was like, okay, I'm functional. I'm going to stop drinking for a little bit. Hurried up, and I grabbed some Harry's aftershave. Harry's wants to sponsor us. I hope that they would. I love this product. It smells like peppermint. It really helps out too, the afterburn.
I like their stuff.
Yeah. So I hurry up, and I in my hand, and I'm like, oh, it's hurting out there. So I'm like rubbing it on my face as I'm running down the steps. And my wife takes one look at me. She's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I was like, what? And now I'm getting mad, 'cause I'm like, now she's just nitpicking. And I'm like, oh, here comes the naggy Thanksgiving Day wife. That old trope. And I was like, what? She's like, look at your hands. I look down, and my hands are covered in like black ink or black paint. And I have a freak out. I'm like, oh my God, what is this? Ah! She's like, what happened upstairs? So I ran back upstairs, and on the sink of the remodeled bathroom I just put together is this opened bottle of acrylic black paint. Because my wife was repainting the framing of a sign that she was going to hang in the bathroom. And the sign looks great. But
paint looks better on the sign than your face?
Yes. She had the paint in a little bottle. It's the same color and size as my Harry's aftershave. So I literally grabbed the bottle. I was like, oh, that's the bottle. And I tried to give myself blackface, and I stopped halfway through.
Did that make you realize the shower might not have sobered you up at all?
Correct. So what I did is I went back up. I had to jump back in the shower, because there's no way I can just wash my face. I had to get back in the shower. So I hurried up, and I did all that, and I came back out, and she's like, so still going to hunt with the kids? I was like, absolutely not.
Yeah. I mean, as opposed to every other holiday, I didn't even start drinking till like almost 3 p.m. Like, I had no morning drinks, which usually I take the holiday opportunity, or Saturday or Sunday to drink in the morning. No, I was pretty well behaved until dinner came, and I just bulldozed everything into my mouth.
Were you just like, left hand was desserts and right hands were dry turkey?
It was just turkey and veggies, kind of. Yeah, and I count cranberry sauce in with my veggies.
You have to.
Oh, at one point, I think when I was at my tipsiest, they were cleaning off the table, and there was one slice of, the gelled cranberry sauce that like has the ridges from the can store. Yeah. So there was one like small, like a thin hockey puck sized piece. And they were like going to take it. I was like, hold on. I just grabbed it with my bare hand, shoved the whole thing in my mouth, and then went, and everybody started laughing, and it almost came out my nose. But I got it down. It's one of my favorite things. It is gross looking, and it's gross in texture. I like all forms of cranberry. I like the, made it in the oven from the berries. I like they can the actual berries sometimes and do a cranberry sauce. And then I like the gelled too. I like them all. Can't even pick a favorite.
I like everything except for that cranberry sauce. There is something about how it takes the shape of the can that, why does this thing have ribs?
It gives me where to cut it.
Yeah. Oh, it does. Like a guide. Like, that's nice. Yeah. Except if you're like my father-in-law, who's a psychopath, he just like takes it from the top.
Oh, when I was
he's not using the lines. He's just getting a spoon and goes, "That's for me."
When we were broke college kids, I would buy cans of it at Save-A-Lot and just crack the can and eat it with a spoon. The whole can. And then have ridiculous diarrhea.
It's the worst idea you could have because not only were you eating that, we drank enough Miller Lite to sail a ship.
Yeah.
So you're just.
I wouldn't do it when I was drunk. I would do that.
You sober?
Completely sober.
I would have gave you a pass if you were doing it when you were drunk.
No, I'd like do it for breakfast. Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
I've never heard of someone who could pick something worse than sugary cereal.
A can of cranberry sauce, gelled cranberry sauce, and a cup of milk. and then I'd have like my morning coffee and get on with my day.
And then die.
Yeah.
You're done at 7:45 and you go, well, time to get my day started, and then you shit your pants at 8:15.
Yeah. I mean, it was college. My guts were great then.
What class did you have that early that you were able to like excuse yourself every morning to go?
My Tuesdays, Thursdays got started late. Like I didn't have
Okay.
class till like 10 a.m. I think on those days because I had night class usually those
Oh, yeah.
days. So
Yeah.
my whole day just shifted later.
I never had that opportunity, man. All my classes always started at like 7:30 or something like that.
Well, I'm an idiot.
Adam's doing all that shopping. He forgot to mute his own fucking laptop.
Tom Segura playing. Oh my god.
Now we got to pay your mom's house money. So speaking of you fucking around on your computer for Black Friday deals, I went out and I found some things that you could or could not buy if you want to search these out, buddy.
Sure. Let's do it.
So,
I'm sure they're not random and completely heinous.
well, I mean, I don't know how you feel about these. So first and foremost, one thing that I don't think I would ever consider to be feasible. You know, if I asked you to buy a gross of something, how many units do you think are in a gross?
Oh, it depends what it is. Is it small? Like, we going with like a gross of eggs? Or like a gross of 2x4s?
I want to say, though, like, that's a pound of leather and a pound of feathers question, because no matter what, a gross is 144.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to assume it's eggs. And yeah, I'd say about, because it's dozens.
Yeah.
12 dozen. A dozen dozens.
This is
144.
100, yeah. So how about I sell you a gross count of condoms from Durex in a fishbowl?
Yeah. Okay.
So for $35, you can get an assorted mix of
Mm-hmm.
Durex condoms in a fishbowl. Right now.
You ready?
Yeah.
I bought this before.
No! Tell me more.
Bought it in college. Cause,
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I like getting laid and it was good.
Well, yeah.
It was an affordable.
You know what? For safe sex standards, $35 for 100.
And you could
condoms
order
is
it
pretty
online, so you didn't have the embarrassment of going to Rite Aid and
To see
having
your
the grandma
uncle.
check you out. Yeah. So yeah, I ordered them online like
good. So I'm glad you did this.
sophomore. Oh no, when I moved. Sophomore year of college.
So I'm glad you did this because I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
When it says assorted condoms, what exactly does that mean?
So like some are ribbed, some are. I forget what all the different things, but it was just all their different boxes mixed up into one big.
Because like Durex
literal
was the
fishbowl.
one who
And
started
you just keep it in your nightstand.
a whole fishbowl.
Yeah, like I had a door. It was like a cupboard door on my.
Yeah, would
nightstand.
you have the fucking doorway to Narnia beside your bed? A fishbowl of condoms is huge.
It was like a thin fishbowl.
So you had the thin condoms.
No, well, yeah, they were all small, but no, it was like a thin. It was less of a fishbowl. It was fishbowl shaped if you
Okay.
looked at it from the side.
But it was like-
but it was thin. It was like a
moon.
It was like one of those big bulk candy.
Oh, like
containers.
I kind
Like
of
that
equated them
atomic
to-
fireballs would come in.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say too, like the old movie film canisters.
Kind of like that.
Kinda like that.
When you look at it from the side, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, there's only 144. I mean, they're thin. Condoms aren't
I know.
huge.
Well, not for
When they're
you.
when they're in the packaging, they're not huge.
They can get pretty large.
Yeah, but that was my safe sex go-to. When I saw this on the list, I was like, "Oh my god!"
Oh, I
bought
actually
that.
did this shit. Well,
So yeah, go ahead and buy it. I think when I bought it, it was only $25. That's inflation. y'all.
inflation.
But
Then again, too, honestly,
totally worth it. Only had
Yeah.
one of the 144 break on me, so
but did you
pretty good.
know it broke?
not when it happened. No.
Oh no. Only then after.
It was okay. Well, no. I mean,
Oh, okay.
I don't want to get too much into my birth control methods, but I really, really didn't want a kid, obviously, because I bought 144 condoms.
Yeah.
So I not only bought condoms, but I would also pull out. So
Smart.
it was always double
Smart
safe.
play. Smart play. Then you pulled out and still went, oh no.
I still was worried, yeah. Always got to be worried.
I just imagine of it being assorted. Last thing I'll say this before I move on to the next one, but being assorted, didn't Durex be the first company that came out with flavored condoms?
There were flavored ones in there. And I believe there were glow-in-the-dark ones as well.
So, let me ask you this. Embarrassing question if you can answer it the right way. A flavored condom, you know it's flavored. Did you open up the condom and give it a little...
I didn't. No.
You didn't like give it a little...
I mean, I opened a strawberry one once.
Yeah?
And like the lube got on my finger. So that's... That just tasted like lube.
I was hoping you'd be like, yeah, man, like cone heads, bro. I threw it in my mouth. I was blowing bubbles with it.
So everlasting bubble gum.
It never loses its flavor, and it never goes down your windpipe. So, if you're looking for 144 condoms and you don't want to wait in line, I want to say probably Dollar General now for that if you're going to get it in
I'm
person.
not listening back to this episode now. I feel so embarrassed.
Don't worry. I feel like you're going to get revenge later on. So you could actually pay somebody $8.50 an hour to stand in line outside the store of your choosing, and they wait till you show up and they give you the spot. But they can also, for an additional fee, stay with you and help you get all your Black Friday goods.
I'm not a Black Friday guy, especially a show up to the store Black Friday guy. I'm a Cyber Monday guy.
Me too.
Small Business Saturday, very important.
Very much so. Yeah, support all your small businesses. Well, let me see if I can wet your palate a little more here, because he did put a description of himself on Twitter. I'm 300 pounds and 6'3". I already have I already have plenty of felonies, so no worries about me backing out of a fight. I will clap out a wife to get you a TV, and I'll give you your money back if you don't get what I promised you. Now do you want it?
Did he already purchase the 144 count of condoms?
I want to see this guy in action.
I mean, I'd watch it.
Yeah.
I'd watch it. If somebody pays him, tell me where he's at, because I'll just video record it.
I was ready to say that. To me, seeing, I don't know, what would you call that? Would that be like a defensive lineman? That's defensive lineman stats.
Yeah.
6'3", 200 pounds. Yeah. No, I would. Yeah.
Send him into a liquor store for some rare bourbon.
It's like, I heard there's only 2 bottles dropped in there, and I expect you to come out with at least one of them. Ready, break. He just comes out covered in blood. Like, I got it.
Covered in hipster and old man blood.
There's nothing that I would rather see right now on this gloriously cold Black Friday than to see this guy go into the liquor store down, the old one down in Washington, the old one. And I'm like, I need you to get me some Jimmy Walker. I want the blue label. And just because, yeah, you're 6'3", 300 pounds, but you're gonna fight guys who are like, I'm like 1/16th Navajo Indian, brother. I'll fucking jack you up, bro. Wearing their leather coats.
Isn't everybody in Washington County claim to be 1/16th?
They all do. Like, today's our day.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's tough. Or just send them through a Starbucks drive-through. Be like, hey, push all these cars out of the way.
I want a peppermint mocha latte now.
The gingerbread lattes are on now. I need one.
So we could go, since you and I are doing this now, and we work with the computers a lot, there's actually something I was going to buy you, because I know that you have a desire for this, but it's a gaming keyboard with a holder compartment for your cigarette lighter.
Yeah. I mean, that's bad on both accounts. I don't have 8 hours a day to play video games on a computer in my basement anymore, nor do I smoke.
And that's why I want to get it for you, because I feel like I can bring you back into life.
What a dated fucking...
I know. And then I'm not like, this isn't.
Do they make them with cup holders? I could use that if it could hold my pint glass.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Hey man, maybe we should put our brains.
Well, I don't
together.
think gamers are big drinkers because they got to keep.
They drink that. Sharp. They have fucking G-Force like
game fuel. They don't drink alcohol. Is what I meant. Yeah.
Well, if we have a cup holder there, and they could put their.
They could put that in there. Yeah. They're blend. I see blender bottles for that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, gotta keep my focus. Yeah. Did you ever see those douchebags that put the little black dot with a marker in the middle of their TV?
I think that's a good strategy, actually.
I don't like it.
I think it's a good strategy.
I don't like it.
Get paid. If you can get paid, get paid. If you do all that and you don't get paid, you're a sucker. You're just a clown. But if you're making more money than I ever will,
I guess.
more power to you.
Oh, God, I just can't see my like. Hey, honey, hold on a quick sec. I'm gonna put a little black dot in the middle of this TV we paid too much money for.
Well, no, you don't do. You put the black dot on some cellophane tape, and then you put the tape on. If
I
you
watched a guy do like
dot the TV,
Yeah.
they're idiots. Then
that's
yeah,
what I was.
stupid.
Boop. He's like, it really helps me out.
Well, imagine watching hockey after you did that.
There's
There's $2. Oh, it's that damn dot I put on.
You're like watching it like a cat, like ha ha ha.
Goddamn Counter-Strike dot.
So if you want to go ahead with the gaming keyboard, you can get the Butt Kicker Gamer subwoofer. So this thing actually goes up under your gaming chair.
I've seen these.
Yes.
I've seen these.
And it's 90 watts of a subwoofer. And the description was, this 90-watt subwoofer will shove the sweet sounds of a flight simulator all the way up into your guts.
You're going to shit your $1,000 gaming chair.
Absolutely. Could you imagine like a flight simulator? I don't know if you've seen these things at all, but it's like you're actually flying like a Boeing, and it's like big noises.
It was my favorite game in high school because we had
Yeah.
the Microsoft Flight Simulator,
Oh, yeah.
94
Those
or
things are
something.
sick.
And every freaking time we got to use it, I'd be like, give me that Boeing. I'm going to try it. I tried to do a loop-de-loop. And it would go,
fail.
it would get like almost upside down and then just fall straight out of the sky. Like, I almost got it that time.
Well, Adam, if you don't want to eat condoms and you don't want to pay a hitman and you don't want to game and you don't want to shove a subwoofer up your ass, may I offer you Eve, the girl next door torso? Because if you remember from the last episode, I talked about Adam and Eve sending me a random email. So
Was this in there?
I followed up on it. I really wanted to see what that was all about. So they offered me Eve. So Adam and Eve is giving away I like to call it a closeted serial killer's dream for 50% off. This is 35 pounds of silicone with no face, no arms, and no legs. The catchphrase on the packaging, finally, she can't say no.
So, oh God.
Oh, yeah. You feel dirty now?
Yeah. So I watch trash television.
Sure.
And there's a lovely little show I love called Love After Lockup, which is where dum-dums think they're the only one that inmates are talking to and date them when they come out. So one of the, not the inmate, the guy on the outside that was dating a female inmate had one of these.
No.
And called it like her name was Jessica, and he called it Jessica Jr. And I was like, that's not how Junior works.
That's gross.
It was very gross, and he's definitely a future serial. Like, he has the
Yeah.
eyes that don't blink. He's
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
going to kill somebody
Oh, my
eventually.
God.
Probably her, because I think she broke up with him. So.
Yeah. I mean, I would hope so. As soon as you find out you have a fucking torso.
Oh, yeah. He was gonzo, man. He was, that fucking
Yeah.
100-yard stare, never blinked.
That's terrifying to
yeah.
me. Could you imagine, by the way, like, let's say this, like, you think you're undateable and you kind of do this whole thing and you get into this and, like, you're like, oh, I mean, I'm just going to make sure, like, whatever, you're doing your thing. But all of a sudden you actually get a girl that's interested in you and you try to come home with her and you're like, oh, fuck, did I put away
that
my
up?
torso?
He did put it away. He put it away in like a fancy, like, almost Crown Royal bag, like, which I found even grosser because I was like,
terrible.
oh, you're not going to get those stains out of velvet, man.
No.
Like, it was
That's
just
terribly
all weird. Yeah.
I can't handle that.
I was like, maybe we should stop watching this.
That was your breaking point?
And then I watched the rest of the season.
That's right, you did, because you're not a quitter. So, Adam, we ran through those, and I can say right now, I think probably for you, I'm definitely going to buy you the torso.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
I will try to burn that in a fire. That'll smell really bad if I
Real
burn it. I'll just regift it.
Especially after you use it. So, we're in round one.
I'll regift it to Johnny. And I'll just put a tag on it that says gently used.
He'd be like, it's a good deal. So we're in round one, and I decided to finally stop being such a mooch, and I brought a beer. So, Adam, I brought us the Imperial Pumpkin Porter from Epic Brewing. This is a porter brewed with pumpkin and spices and aged in whiskey barrels. I had this last year, and it was pretty good. It wasn't in such a huge bottle, but This bad boy is clocking in at 9.1% alcohol, and this is from hand-selected whiskey barrels that bring forth bold notes of caramel, toasted oak, which perfectly complement the beer's spices and Madagascar vanilla.
Nice, man. Well, thank you for sharing this. I've definitely had Epic's. It's the porter, right?
That didn't work as well as I hoped that it would. I opened the bottle. Yeah, it's a porter.
So I've definitely had their pumpkin porter, but I don't think I've ever had the barrel aged version.
Yeah.
So this looks like quite a treat.
I can already smell it kind of coming out the bottle, and I can tell you.
I was trying to decide if I was going to go to the gym after the podcast today, and you just poured me almost a full pint of this. So no, I will not.
Yeah, cheers, buddy. There's so much of it. You know, I want to make sure that you get a good pour, and I want to make sure that you. Because yesterday, it sounds like you didn't gobble till you wobble yesterday. So I want to make sure that, you know.
No, I did not.
You did not. So
not on the liquid front. I overstuffed on stuffing.
So I want to make you wobble. So if you want to find out what's going on with Epic Brewing, all you do is search them out on all social media. Be careful, though, because there are a lot of other companies that say Epic in their titles. You want to make sure it's Epic and all. It's almost like Gaelic style scripting. But I did find them on Instagram and Twitter.
And I think they're originally out of Colorado, now also in Utah.
Yeah.
Which I bet you they didn't make this one in Utah.
No.
I think that ABV might be over state law.
Yes. So you had your first sip there. What do you think of this thing?
It's very good. The barrel is nicely subtle. Like it doesn't. I thought it might cover the pumpkin and the pumpkin spice. Doesn't. Plays along with it really well. I agree with the bottle. It gives it like a nice toasted caramel note, and not much more. Not super oaky. I like it. I like it a lot.
The nose kind of tricks you because when you start getting on the nose, you're like, oh man, this kind of has that. That's gonna sound weird. It almost had like a wine barrel smell to me as it was coming to my nose. But you're right. It's a good balance. I feel like it really does bring out the sweetness of that vanilla. Sticks around, and I could tell you, man, the guys over. Thank you again, guys over at Allegheny Beverage. They gave this to me. This was a gift from them.
Oh, thank you guys. Then.
Because I
take it back from you, Matt.
Well, you're going to eat your fucking dick here in a second because
thanks for sharing.
I did something really nice over there, and they gave me a beer because I helped out. So there was a gentleman who wasn't being very nice to them, and he was bitching about a cold case of MGD. So, yeah.
Did you hit him with a crowbar in the kneecap?
I wanted to badly.
Cap him?
He was in front of the beer I wanted to get. Shout out to Nacho. I was trying to get a 4-pack of Night of the Living Stout because I want that shit.
Hit him with the little Nancy Kerrigan.
Bang. Yeah, hit him with the why. So he's like, I want a cold 6-pack. And they're like, it only comes in 24, and it's cans. And the guy keeps trying to say, we have 6-pack bottles in this cooler. And I know they're there. So the guy's like, bitching. And I'm finally like this big guy. He's like, hey, there's 6-packs. And he's just screaming. So this frail little guy, maybe 100 pounds soaking wet, goes back there. And I heard a loud bang while I was walking around. And he comes out, just throws $20 on the counter, doesn't wait for change, just leaves. First of all, you paid $15 more than that 6-pack of MGD. Right. But I was like, whatever. So I'm still walking around. And someone that was coming over for Thanksgiving wanted some seltzers. So tucked back in that room, they have the whole seltzer corner. So I'm looking as I walk by, the cabinet's wide open and I can't get it to close. I was like, oh, I'm right here. I'll try to close it. It was stuck. So I went to the front and I told the guy, I was like, hey man, I think that guy fucked your cooler up. He was like, oh shit. So he comes over and he's looking at it and he's like, I just started working here. I have no idea how this shit works. And I was like, well, lucky enough for you, I used to work with this shit all the time when I worked for I worked Foxes in a bunch of places. So all you gotta do is you stick your finger up underneath and you find the spring, make sure it's in place, and you just flick it down and put it back on the track, and I slid it closed. And he was like, thanks, man. He was all by himself, the day before Thanksgiving. Why would they do that to him? That's so mean.
I don't know why they would do that to anybody. I felt bad going to my beer distributor on Wednesday. I mean, I just got a case of hams and a bag of ice, and I was like,
yeah,
I'm out of your hair, but
no, I ended up getting I got a fair amount of beer. And I was checking out and everything. And I was actually wearing a Bash Brew, the hoodie. I was wearing my Bash Brew hoodie.
So he charged you double.
Yep. He's like, fuck you. No, he asked me. He's like, do you work for breweries? We were talking for a minute. To give me my total. And then he's like, and here you go. And he just puts the bottle in front of me. He's like, I was going to give you a discount, but if you like beer a lot, maybe you'll like this. And I looked at it and I wasn't going to say no. So Thank you, Allegheny Beverage.
Yeah, he was right. I like it.
And fuck you, old guys, for breaking coolers. That's not nice of you. So, Adam, while we sip on this delicious beer from Epic and we go through the rest of the episode here, we have to go back to Bets of Doom. So, Survivor Series did hit the Peacock Network on the 21st to lukewarm reviews, and we knew it was going to be not so great because the buildup was crap. So, we're just going to touch on this briefly, but I should say, and I accept this defeat now, I lost. We bet on 4 matches, and the one match we differed on is the one that I lost. So, I was going to get the pumpkin buffet. Everything sold out. So, and I gave you the option to just watch me eat bad stuff or to make me play a game in the second half of the show, and you diabolically have chosen
I love games.
to make me play.
I love games.
So I'm looking forward to seeing what that is, and I'm sure that it'll involve hot sauce. But before we go into all that, let's go through and check out some of the matches on Survivor Series, and we can knock this out real quick, and then I can prepare myself for whatever the hell you're going to do to me in the second half. So the show kicked off with the buy-in, which this should have been on, and it should have been a better match. Shinsuke Nakamura with Rick Boogs took on Damian Priest. It was a champion versus champion match, of course, with Nakamura with the Intercontinental title and Damian Priest with the United States Championship. So this went to a disqualification because apparently Damian Priest is not like heavy metal, and Rick Boogs kept playing some sweet licks on the side because Damian Priest has to go heel. He can't just be a good wrestler. He has to go heel. So
Why can't they just have a good match?
I don't know. I don't know. This could have been your match of the night if you would have just put this on the actual main card.
Right. And let them actually wrestle.
Yeah.
Not have a electric guitar distraction.
Yeah. And you could tell, too, that Damian Priest was like getting himself ready for the disqualification because the action between the two was kind of herky-jerky.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't really into it with each other. And rightfully so. I mean, if you're gonna make two like predominant wrestlers go to a disqualification for something stupid, then I wouldn't be into it either. So do better. God damn it. There's no left on the roster. So these two have to be putting on decent shows. There's 15 wrestlers left on each side. How did you even have Survivor Series? I don't know.
Not sure.
I digress. So we move on to the first match of the card, which I don't know why this was the first match of the card. This should have been a little further down the line here.
The main event.
Yep. Yeah.
With the build they had, I think this should have been the main event.
Yeah. Becky Lynch bringing in the Raw Women's Championship, taking on Charlotte Flair with the SmackDown Women's Championship. Again, another red versus blue brand matchup. Champion versus champion singles match. Gave these two 18 minutes. It could have actually, I kind of wish that the ending would have went a little longer because, of course, Flair and Lynch kept it pretty clean. There wasn't a lot. I mean, it was stiff, which was great, but there wasn't a lot of heel shit. I thought there'd be more heel antics from both parties, and good pacing, good offense, stiff striking, made it believable, made the anger feel palatable. And then it rolls up to the end here. Charlotte Flair tries to use the ropes for an assisted pin, and the ref blows a whistle on that one, giving Lynch the ability to reverse, and then she grabs a hold of the rope to get the win.
Oh, dirty win.
Yeah, so Flair loses dirty, and Lynch wins dirty, but Lynch is still the fucking best.
And Dusty Rhodes winks in heaven.
He does.
Because that's a Dusty finish if I've ever heard of one.
So that's where I lost. I lost right here.
Yep, that's where you lost.
That's where I lost
I knew they like Becky
way
more than they like Charlotte right now.
I just thought they were going to try to please her way more. Whatever. I'm not happy about it. I think that.
Well, yeah, because you're getting punished, of course.
Well, that, yeah. But I think that match could have been way better. And I think both women wrestled their asses off. It was a good match. Even the ending was good. I liked it, but I think it should have had more time and it should have been higher up in the card. Because we moved on to the Survivor Series match, 5-on-5 for the men. So it was Team Raw, which was Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Austin Theory, Bobby Lashley, taking on Team SmackDown, Drew McIntyre, Jeff Hardy, King Woods, Happy Corbin, and Sheamus. And, of course, Madcap Moss is in there.
Happy Corbin still makes me laugh.
I know. It's like, why couldn't they just call him Corbin? You know what I mean?
Or just Baron Corbin. It's okay to have two names.
It's fine. Yeah, but they couldn't.
Your first name doesn't have to be an adjective.
Matt Riddle could not be Matt Riddle. He had to be Riddle. They always do this.
Oh, they do all kinds
Xavier
of
Woods,
shit.
just Woods. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that either. But I don't even want to get into this too much because it was almost a half an hour of dumb. I mean, the only
My boy KO just walked out. Right?
Yeah,
right from the beginning.
First elimination, he's like, I'm going to AEW. I'll see you later. So Mr. Steen.
See you in catering.
Yep. Bye. He's like, I left a dozen wings back there sitting, so I better get back there and finish
You
them.
better. Those are at a premium right now.
I was just saying, and almost wasn't wrestling till next, so you better hurry up and get the fuck back there because that big man's going to eat all them shits. So Team Raw defeats Team SmackDown. The ending wasn't bad. I mean, it was a good build up.
But I'll just start this now.
Sure.
Remember when NXT was involved in this?
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was
I
nice.
did. Yeah.
Okay.
That was always nice to have another team.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Right? That was innovative. Yeah. I like that.
You know what's even more innovative though, dude? Count out disqualifications in a Survivor Series match. I like that. Yeah. I like that a lot.
What, did Roddy Piper come back?
Yeah, Roddy Piper. He came back down from heaven and said, "We gotta fuck this up real quick."
Mr. Brawl to the back.
That's all it was. Was it Lashley and McIntyre? They both brawled to the outside and took it into the fans and got counted out.
Wow.
It was just it wasn't good, man. Jeff Hardy got a good showcase here, though. I thought he looked good. And your boy Finn Balor hit a great coup de grace in the middle of the match. I thought was fantastic.
Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah.
Gotta love him.
I do. I actually, and it sucks because he's probably, of those guys, I think him and Rollins are probably the best out of that team right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Kevin Owens, Austin Theory, and Bobby Lashley all have their moments, but I really think that Rollins and Balor just have like the ability to carry their characters far beyond a fucking Survivor Series match.
Plus, Rollins can take a surprise spear like nobody else.
He sure can. Any fan that wants to run onto the ramp real quick and just fucking tackle him, you can do it as long as you can just lie and say you were catfished. Bro, I thought you were going to give me money to do this.
I don't know. I saw his TikTok, the fan. I think he might have believed the catfish thing. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I believe it.
I do like that he said he did it for The Rock.
Yes, that was my favorite part. I did it for The Rock.
Give this man a contract.
Well, at least he showed up. The Rock didn't. Because we move on to The Rock's 25th anniversary 25-man dual-branded battle royale, which saw some star power.
25 people? Where'd they get them?
I don't know.
Holy cow.
They were pulling people from the back. Like,
Did Hornswoggle come back?
He did. He came from under the ring going, and just like got thrown over the top. So I hate this match so much, so much, because all it was
done in 10 minutes.
Yeah, and it was a fucking commercial for Pizza Hut. That's all it was. They can't, like, all the wrestlers came out to two, like, VFW style tables of Pizza Hut pizzas.
Oh my god!
On each side of them, and then
because nothing says Thanksgiving like Pizza Hut pizza.
Exactly,
or
right?
The Rock. Like, oh, maybe The Rock's buying into it. Like Shaq bought Papa John's after he turned into a racist piece of shit.
Yeah, and then
what did Pizza Hut do?
Oh, there you go.
But The Rock's gonna buy it.
We know what we're doing now. So this match, let me just say this too: the epitome of this being just a promo for Pizza Hut was when the Street Profits, who I love, came down and they decided to tease the commentary team with pizza. It was like a three medium pizzas in one big box, and like just kind of fucking with the commentary team. At the end of the whole match, the end of the whole thing, Omos wins by eliminating Ricochet because Ricochet can't ever get over ever. You're gonna get beat by a guy who can't wrestle. He can only just be big.
Nor did that man ever eat Pizza Hut.
Never.
Chizzle.
Jesus. If you drop water on him, it can't run down straight. It can only go in a zigzag pattern like Plinko. So Omos wins, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get some of that pizza." AJ Styles is like, "I'm gonna get you some pizza." So I want some of that pizza.
If it ain't stuffed crust, I don't want it.
So they go to get it, and the Street Profits like, "Nah, motherfucker." And they pick up the pizza, and they run out with it, and they're throwing slices into the crowd.
Oh, yeah, nothing I want more than some dingy pizza that's probably been sitting there since 6 a.m.
I also want it to be handled by a guy who touched 24 other men.
Yeah, that's true. This Pizza Hut's extra salty.
Yeah, why does it taste like desperation?
Usually the sauce just tastes like strawberry syrup, but now it's salty. So I'll bring this up here.
Okay.
The Rock. That was the theme of the whole pay-per-view. Besides this little part with Pizza Hut.
We had an egg. There was an egg.
Oh, there was an egg too, which just reminded me of. I don't even know if I can say that anymore.
What?
Remember Survivor Series, like in the early '90s when the turkey popped out? I don't think I can say the turkey's name anymore.
No, you're not allowed to.
Definitely a slur.
He's banned.
It started with gobbledy. Everybody else can look it up. I'm not saying the second word. But yeah, and it just the whole thing just reminded me of the. You remember the Chris Farley show from SNL?
Oh yeah.
Where it'd be like, "Hey, do you remember The Rock?
Yeah.
Remember like Nation of Domination?
Yeah.
Remember like The Rock versus Steve Austin?
Yeah.
The Rock versus Shawn Michaels?
Uh-huh.
The Rock versus Mankind?
Mm-hmm.
He was the champion.
Yeah.
He was good on the mic.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, that was.
But he's not showing up.
Cool.
Which, since I already brought up Chris Farley,
Yeah.
when he interviewed Paul McCartney and said, "Hey, you remember the Beatles?" Might be my favorite thing ever.
That was really good. It's between that and to really go to Zach Galifianakis when you have the Between Two Ferns, and he looks at Matthew McConaughey. He's like, "Why do people keep paying you to be in films?" So we move on to a tag team match here, which was actually really good. RK Bro with Randy Orton and Riddle. Of course, they're the Raw Tag Team champions, and they take on the Usos, Jay and Jimmy Uso, that hold the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Again, another red versus blue SmackDown, champion versus champion. Great match. Almost 15 minutes, good action, good pacing. I really like that. I feel that it went from Randy Orton and Riddle having like a tension thing that kept them together to almost like Randy Orton is now tutoring Riddle, and Riddle is starting to take on some of the persona of Randy Orton. So to watch a guy who has like a very high level of athleticism in him, in Riddle, then to be calculated and sadistic like Randy Orton is, I can't wait to see that. And then fast forward to that Monday, and Riddle came down with a goatee and a mustache. And I was like, oh, man. And he's like doing all the Randy Orton poses. I'm like,
I am going to have to look this up.
So good. And the whole time Orton's kind of like, you don't know if he's playing into it or not. So Riddle hits this big RKO to win this match. And Orton comes up and puts the mustache back on him because it came off. And he was just like this big cheesy smile, like just paints it on his upper lip. It was funny. I just enjoyed it. But yeah, the Usos know how to wrestle. And RK Bro know how to put on a good match too. So this wasn't bad. I think it was appropriately placed, but if I could switch to matches, I'd switch this one and the women's match. I think the women's match should have been this far up at the very least, and I wouldn't have mind seeing that championship match, the tag match, being the opening match. That wouldn't have hurt my feelings at all. Nope. A match that I thought was just not good at all. The women's Survivor Series elimination match. I don't even want to give it a whole lot of time. I'm just really, I don't know.
That good, huh?
I fell asleep. Dude. I felt like, just
how long did Queen Zelina last? That's all I care about.
She won.
Oh, she won it?
I think no, Bianca Belair did. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, but she lasted a while. But now Queen Zelina is one of the tag team champions, so you can
that's true.
You can rejoice because no one gives a shit about women's tag team wrestling anymore.
I do now.
But it was quite literally what you thought it was going to be. Everyone turned on Sasha Banks on SmackDown. They all got together and said, "Nah, we don't like you." So they sacrificed her, which was a...
Ooh, I bet you they did that right at the beginning, right?
No.
Oh, they didn't wait 20 minutes and then do it, did they?
They waited a while. Yeah, you could
They were really mulling it over.
There was some dissension, and then it came to head. And they just turned their backs on Sasha Banks. The one thing I did like here is I was wrong because I said in a previous episode that I think it would come down to Belair and Banks would go over. But it came down to Belair taking on, I think it was like 3 of the remaining SmackDown women, and she beat all of them to win. So I thought that was good. It was a good showcase for her. Man, I tell you what, too. I always knew she was strong. Now she looks strong. Yeah. She's toned up, and like she was always in great shape. But man, like the definition on her shoulders and stuff was, and you could see it here because she was throwing some big moves. So she was getting a lot of the blood flowing to those muscles. Dude, she looked fucking ripped. She kind of reminds me of Rhea Ripley now. Just like that,
yeah,
that jacked. Yeah, good out.
Good, and I think she needed this for her character.
I think so too. And then moving on to a match that I don't ever need to see again. Roman Reigns taking on Big E. I don't like this match at all. I don't like that it was the championship match. The main event match.
I imagine it would be kind of clunky. Those are two meat men.
And let me just say this. I didn't like that because Big E is the babyface. I know he has to fight back. He's going to get subjected to some extra offense on him.
Right.
But they made him look like he just could not hang with Roman Reigns the entire time.
Roman, man.
I know. Acknowledge me. I acknowledge the fact that I fucking hate that you are already becoming John Cena. You're not putting over talent. This match was 21 minutes, almost 22 minutes. There was no Rock. There was no Brock. There was no double cross. There was no good out of
Rikishi?
Nope.
Oh.
He didn't even show up. And I was expecting that.
Bob Backlund?
No chicken wings.
The Gobbledy?
I'm not saying it. So this match.
The egg? What happened to the egg?
Oh, you find out the next night on Raw that Austin Theory took it and just gives it back to Vince McMahon, and nothing happens. He gets a title shot.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm not watching this shit.
Watch Red Notice on Netflix. That's all.
While eating Pizza Hut.
Yeah. Why wasn't Ryan Reynolds there? If you couldn't get The Rock, why didn't you get Ryan Reynolds?
Because he's too good for this shit.
Yeah. He's drinking good gin, just hanging out. So real quick, I just want to two things. Who's your wrestler of the card?
Wrestler of the card. I'm going to go with, you know what, somebody that should have been higher up the card, Damian Priest.
Okay.
Not because of anything he did on this card, but because he tried his best to make that work.
He did. I'm going to give wrestler of the card to Randy Orton because I think his new role that he's being placed in is working for him very well. Although he's still violent as fuck, he's doing a good job of tutoring Riddle, and I think it's going to lead up to a good implosion between the two. That's going to be a good storyline. They're actually doing some long-form storytelling here, which is what I'm down for. I'm not even going to go into the worst match of the night because there's so many options here. What's the best match of the night for you?
So it's why I didn't say Randy Orton or Riddle for my wrestler of the night because they were both kind of there. So I'm just making that match of the night because I thought the Usos did great too.
I thought they did too, yeah.
So that's my match of the night. I just didn't want to pick that match for both.
I don't blame you. I'm actually going to go ahead and go with Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. Despite the fact that I lost in that one, I think that both women really showed out. And I want to see him run it back, but I don't think we're going to have the opportunity to see that, man. But
I'm fine with that. Well, probably Mania. I bet you Mania something gets worked out.
That would be smart.
If they have nothing better to do.
They won't. They won't have any talent. Braun Breaker.
I cannot wait to see how they're going to do the Rumble this year because they got nothing exciting.
It's going to be a lot of returning old heads.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'll actually be excited to watch it.
1 through 20 is just going to be people like, oh, here comes the Disco Inferno.
Well, here comes a big show.
I ran out of money at AEW. All way more BS. So, Adam, I want to break the news to you now before we go into a break for some ads that we have a new sponsor.
Nice.
Yeah. Papa went shopping. Someone likes what we do here.
Did you already go out there and record a new promo for him? Oh, well.
Nope. I didn't do it.
Well, you did some work.
Guess what we're doing during the break?
We're going to record a spot.
Uh-huh.
And put it in?
Yep.
Oh, well, we can just delete all this when we edit it.
Nope.
Okay.
So we're going to break for some ads, and if you support them, you support us, and when you support us, bring us some pretty cool stuff. And I hope you guys enjoy the new sponsor. And right now, if you check out their site, just break it to you, it's Lucky 13s. Check out their site right now. They actually have buy one, get one t-shirts, and their beginner tattoo care products are 25% off, not even using my promo code. So check them out, and we'll see you on the other side.
Welcome to the family, Lucky 13.
Nice ink, Adam.
Yeah, I got your name on my ass.
I was talking about your forearm, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've been taking care of it.
Yeah, it looks great, man. What are you using?
I'm using Lucky 13's tattoo cleanser and healing ointment. This ointment is incredibly fresh and invigorating. It effectively removes all surface oils and dirt while not dehydrating your new tattoo.
Dude, I actually got some of Lucky 13's tattoo balm. It's all natural, not oily, and applies easily. The balm improved my color and definition, and the vibrance on this ink makes it look like it's brand new.
Oh yeah, man. I found their products after taking their online quiz, and it pointed me in the right direction.
Hey, guess what? And right now, if you use our promo code MATA193529, you can save 25% on your entire order from their site.
From the first line of your tattoo to the first year of your tattoo and beyond, Lucky 13 has you covered to keep that ink looking fresh.
Welcome back. Hopefully you heard something that you like. Because again, if you support our sponsors, then you support us. And when you support us, we bring some pretty cool stuff. So Adam, Thanksgiving is coming past. We are having our, I want to say Friendsgiving, me and you right now, on Black Friday. But I asked our followers on social media, are salads allowed at Thanksgiving dinner? And to no surprise, 94% of our listeners said no. And 6% of our listeners said yes. So it's quite clear that everyone took their cholesterol meds before the big bird day.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I did vote for no, but I would make a pass if you're vegetarian, maybe.
Oh yeah, of course. And I'm like borderline vegetarian. I don't eat red meat.
But you still eat bird, yeah. You'll
I
still
do.
eat the turkey.
Yeah, I eat the fowl. I tell you what, man, I had the Walnut Grill has a really good like salmon cranberry walnut salad.
I have never been to a Walnut Grill.
Really?
There's one right down the street. Just never
I'll tell you this.
been.
You'll get your food and be like, that was pretty delightful. And then you get your bill and be like, what the fuck did you make it out
Yeah.
of? Gold?
Another place that has a great salmon salad is the Mindful Brewing.
Yeah.
Their whole menu's really good, but every time we go, Lori gets the salmon salad.
It's really good.
And I actually even like it. And I hate salmon.
Really?
But it's really good.
I thought you liked salmon but didn't like it with pumpkin spice on it.
I definitely don't like it with pumpkin
You
spice.
just don't like salmon.
I don't really like salmon. I wouldn't really like a lot of meat with pumpkin spice.
Well, just so everyone knows, we drop our listener polls on Tuesdays, so you can be a part of this show. And also, if you think that you have better answers to the polls than we put out there, just comment, DM us, email us, DWTB@gmail.com. These are out every Tuesday, and of course, our new episodes drop on Sundays. So, Adam, we are in round 2. I am back to being a mooch. You brought me a beer, put it together, caught round 2 beers.
So
It's good timing on that one.
what we have today. Well, for round 2, I like to be a little bit off. So
That's
there's
nice.
2 claps.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
I'm not gonna do it with you.
I know.
Come on.
Amateur
Play
hour
with
over
it.
here.
So we got a local beer for round 2, as we like to do at least in one segment if we can. And we have another treat from Acclamation Brewing, where I was a few weeks ago, and it is the Quaker Otis, which is named after one of their dogs, which is cute. And it is a coffee chocolate oatmeal stout. So got you something good for Friendsgiving here.
Wonderful.
Coming in at 5%, and it's just it's what it is. It's a coffee chocolate oatmeal stout. So it's a little bit sweet when I had it, and we'll crack this one open, see how it tastes.
Way better than the bottle opening I did in the first half.
Yeah, cans just hit different.
They do. And if you don't know what's going on with Acclamation Brewing, just like the last episode, you do search them out. Acclamation Brewing on all social media. They're very active, and they do everything from traditionals to adjuncty beers and everything in between. So if you want to check them out, again, find them, Acclamation Brewing, on all social media.
And they're out in Verona. They get a lot of food trucks, especially on the weekend, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And they're right there by a bunch of other breweries you should check out.
Absolutely.
Not too far from East End, very close to Intergroove. You can make a whole day out of it.
Yeah, and then if you want to come up to around my neck of the woods, just get back up on 28. You can go to Old Thunder. You can go real far, go to Delmont and go to Yellow Bridge, and there's Connie Creek, and you can make a whole
Leaning Cask is
right there in Springdale. Yeah, you can get like a whole nice little leg there. I highly recommend though, if you do swing through Leaning Cask, you got to get one of their ESBs. There's always one on tap. You got to grab one. Some of the best ESBs you're ever going to have. And I'm stalling because we are in segment 2, round 2. And as I mentioned before, I lost Bets of Doom, as I tend to do very often, and usually on one match. And I left up to Adam. I said, hey, man, you just, if you want to be a good dude and just tell me I got to eat like a spoonful of hot sauce, like we could do that.
That seems boring.
Yeah. And then you just sent me a text message that said, bring leftovers. Bring Thanksgiving
You're
leftovers.
acting really melancholy right now for me being creative for once.
I don't like it.
This doesn't support creativity on my side.
I support all the creativity you have inside your body, but right now, I don't understand why you decided to not only but you made me bring leftovers from my house.
Yeah, I didn't do leftovers. Again, I only cooked I cooked one thing. I cooked sweet potatoes, and they were pretty good.
So,
and my wife had cooked dessert. It was baked dessert. It was good. But then other people made everything else. And other than my aunt's mashed potatoes, which were pretty much butter, which were phenomenal.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, they were great. Everything else kind of sucked.
So, Adam, just go ahead and just tell everybody what I'm gonna go through.
So, you have your leftovers here. I told you to bring about 5 courses because, I think that'll be sufficient. So, I'm going to ask you a series of questions until we get through or try to get through all 5 of these.
Why do you say try?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you'll answer. So you're either going to answer the question, and you won't have to taste any of the delights you brought.
Okay.
And we can just eat them on their own after the podcast.
Okay.
Or if you decide not to answer, I have a little bit. I'm going to ease you into it. So I have a little bit of sriracha here.
Okay.
Which you'll have to put on one of these delights if you don't answer. And then in the later rounds, because these questions are going to get progressively more difficult to answer, I got some last dab.
Fuck. All right. Cool. Can't wait for this one.
Yeah. Thank you, Sean Evans, for the last dab.
Yeah,
Friend of the podcast.
Friend of the podcast, Sean Evans.
Matt bought it off you.
Yeah. That's why we're friends now. I gave you money. That's how it works, right? Like it's a sorority. You buy your friends.
Anybody that's ever watched Hot Ones, it is the final wing sauce.
Yeah. So Adam is going to run me through truth or dab.
Yeah.
Can't tell you how not excited I can possibly be for this. And here's the thing, though, too. You know me better than anybody else.
Yeah, so we're just going to run you through courses, too, and it'll just sit in front of you until you decide not to answer. Then you'll have to hot sauce and eat it.
All right.
And then we'll move on to the next course.
So what's first on the menu here,
Let
buddy?
me see what I got here.
Okay. Shit.
You're a sicko and brought cranberry sauce, but that doesn't seem like a good first round.
No.
Let's go with corn. Is this creamed corn?
No, it's just buttery fucking corn.
That's buttery ass corn. Have fun with that.
Okay.
And I'll give you the bottle of sriracha.
Okay. I appreciate it. So I'm just going to put I brought a whole container. I didn't know what we were doing, so I brought like a whole container. So I'm just going to put some.
Yeah, you really put the effort into this.
On a plate. I did.
Yeah. You don't need that much because I don't want it to water down the sriracha.
Okay. So a good forkful over there. Okay.
All right. And we'll just go one by one whenever you're ready. And I am going to start easy.
Okay.
And then you'll see a turn when it starts to get harder.
Great. Okay.
So, Matt, we're a wrestling podcast.
Yeah.
If you could choose one wrestler to get released from their contract and never, ever be able to work in wrestling again, who would it be?
Oh, okay.
You're ruining their livelihood, and they'll never get a job anywhere else.
That's it.
They won't even work at Target. You're making them jobless.
Their job, they'll never see ropes ever.
And you can't pick anybody we think is bullshit. It has to be somebody you like.
Oh, so it has to be like a favorite of mine.
Yes.
Okay. I guess I would probably go with To Hurt Your Heart, Hangman Adam Page. I'd go with him.
Well, you're an asshole.
Yeah. I hope he takes that title and he just never comes back.
All right. Well, let's crank that up a little bit.
That was an easy one.
Which wrestler?
Thanks. Yeah.
That we're a fan of on the podcast.
Okay.
Do you wish a career-ending injury on?
What? Holy shit.
These are still easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A career-ending injury?
Yep.
Orange
Real
Cassidy.
Instead of orange squeeze, it's going to be orange crushed his neck.
And the only reason why I say that is because I feel like outside of wrestling, he has a career doing other things. I feel like he has like a charisma to be like in sitcoms and stuff. So I feel like even though like the wrestling thing's done. Yeah.
Hopefully he can do that from his wheelchair because you just wish that on him. You just wish that on him. Man, you really don't like hot sauce. All right. Well, I know you have a great workplace.
Yeah.
A lot of them listen to this podcast.
Uh-huh.
Who's the ugliest coworker you have?
You're an asshole. I had to pick right now, like in my office right now, I had to pick somebody and like say their full name.
Yep.
Hot sauce. Hot sauce. I can't do it because it's so. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, fucking Christ.
Because even if they don't listen, the other people in your office listen.
I know. Thank you guys for supporting the podcast.
And Matt's in a situation where he actually goes into work, so he has to face these people multiple times every week.
Yeah.
Well, you put a lot on there. I like that you're committed.
I am committed.
I like sriracha. That actually looks good to me. Is it hot?
Yeah. The butter doesn't help.
It makes it like a buffalo sauce on corn, which doesn't do a lot to take away the heat. Well, he's finishing his plate like a good boy.
Yeah, fuck you, noob.
All right. Well, let's get you another course over there. We'll save the rest of that corn in case you
Go back.
keep wanting to not answer questions.
So the hard part with corn is that the cell wall is like really hard. You fucking suck so bad.
Matt's got cranberry sauce.
I hate cranberry sauce.
Still with the sriracha, because I think you'll puke if I make you last dab cranberry sauce.
Well, also, too, the combination of hot sauce and cranberry sauce sounds just like disgusting.
And
as
for
fuck.
everybody that listened to segment 1, this is the gelled canned cranberry sauce.
Yeah, the one that I hate.
Yeah.
I think it's bullshit. And my father-in-law likes this stuff, so I got to partially blame him for this.
So since coworkers seem to hit a vein with you, I'm going to stick with that for one more question. So out of all your coworkers, who do you think is the worst at their job and should be fired?
I can't say myself, right? I'm not allowed to do that?
Nope. Of course not.
Sip a beer real quick for say contemplation, because like I have names in my head that I know are just bad at their job, and they know they're bad at their job. But if I said they were bad at their job,
First and last name, please.
hot sauce.
Just eat a little bit of that, because I think I'm going to hot sauce you again. And we're just going to stick with the cranberry sauce, because I think that's terrible, terrible punishment. This is going to be easier than I thought. These are still the easy ones.
It's so gross.
Sweet and savory.
It tastes like asshole.
Cranberry.
I hate it so much.
Well, he's got another half of this cranberry sauce. Let's not let it go to waste.
It's the sugar speeds it up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's going to intensify it.
Oh my god, it's like fucking mace.
Yeah. Do you ever have like hot sauce mixed with maple syrup?
Yeah.
It gets real hot. That's good. Yeah. Anyway, as he dies, we do a podcast here, but you're a fan of many podcasts. We're friends with a lot of podcasts.
Oh, please don't do this.
So out of the podcasts we're friends with, and I'll give you a multiple choice to make it easier for you. You have to eliminate one of these to never record again. First Sip Brewbox, Halloween is Forever, Hop Nation USA, or B Watch Rewatch.
You motherfucker. I love all of them so much.
Which one do you like the least? Because you're never going to be able to listen to them again.
That's no, like they can't like reform and call themselves something else, and
No.
it'd be like like Pilsner Nation USA or like Second Sip Brew Box or which is a cool name, by the way. Second Sip Brew Box. I like that. Because what's better than your first sip? Your second sip. Oh my god, dude! They're all my friends. Hot sauce. Jesus.
This will be your last cranberry one, but it might also be your last sriracha one. I got to see what we have over here. Nah, you'll have one more sriracha one.
Fucking Christ. It's so bad.
And you might think I go with the halushki next, because
I love halushki so much.
yeah, so I'm going to make you last dab that one.
Mother.
We're going to go with turkey and stuffing.
Oh no.
Nope, that's dessert.
The one right in front of you.
This one here?
No.
No, that's halushki.
That one. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
There you
shit.
go, buddy. That's turkey and stuffing?
Yeah.
Oh, sounds like we might get 2 questions out of it. Cool. All right. I've already beaten you with podcasts. Leave them out of it.
Leave Brittany alone.
They might have to come back, though, because I like seeing you in pain.
Okay.
For this one, I know if you're telling the truth or not, so you got to be truthful. What's your biggest regret in life?
My biggest regret?
Yep.
My biggest regret in life. I have so many. That sounds like a therapy response.
It sure does.
Fuck.
We're going to get psychoanalyzed again on the next.
Yeah, someone's like, you guys are not only manic, but you're psychotic. I say my biggest regret in life is probably there's two of them. So not choosing a college that was out of state. So I wanted to go out of state. And the other one is my first engagement that I had because she sucked so bad. She was one of the worst people I've ever met in my entire life. And the reason why I started going to therapy is her. So that's my, yeah. And now that I compare the two, my first engagement is my biggest regret. I can answer that one. Thank you very much.
Well, that makes a good segue for me. So going from somebody who never made it into your family to somebody that is your family. Thanksgiving was great yesterday, right?
Yeah.
You had a lot of people there?
Uh-huh.
You want to can you rattle them off real quick?
Mother-in-law, father-in-law, 2 sister-in-laws, my mom, my kids, my wife, my dogs, and my sister-in-law's dog. That's everybody.
Okay. Leave the dogs out of it.
Okay.
Because that gets too dark. One of them you never see again.
What? Like,
Who is it?
poof?
They're gone. Nobody ever sees them again. I'm not saying they're dead. I'm just saying
They just like start a whole nother life.
they might have died. They might have just moved to Mexico. I don't know. They disappear. They'll never be at a family function again.
They'll never be at a family function again.
They'll never be at anything. No birthday parties. No
And nobody
holidays.
knows what happened?
No.
They're just like, it's Friday.
They know you wished it on them.
Oh.
Like, the rest of the family knows it's your fault that they left.
So I got to pick the person I like the least?
Yeah.
Or I can pick the person that can survive the best on their own.
No. It's the person you like the least. Let's be honest.
Hot sauce. Which one am I doing first?
Stuffing before the main event.
Okay. Did you hear that one?
A big one there, buddy.
Yeah.
Ooh, he's a big boy. Man, this is going to be too easy. I might have to back it down a little bit. Can I do a real easy one you'll answer?
Sure.
You have to be truthful.
Okay.
Right? Who's your best friend ever?
Oh, it's you.
Oh, okay. Love you too, buddy. That's the last easy one you're getting. Okay. We did this one on...
Who's a friend that used to have that one to kill? I know that one
No,
too.
we all know the answer to that. We don't need to say it out loud. No, this is one we did on Hop Nation USA, and I want to revisit it and see if you change your mind.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. What is your, not only your least favorite, but hope they go out of business brewery in southwestern PA? You can't say anything commercial.
You dirty motherfucker. I was going to say brew dog.
No, these have to be craft. No, and it has to be native to southwestern Pennsylvania.
Native? Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. And
You can't say like Iron City. None of that. Nothing big.
So you're answering my questions.
If they sell cases of cans, you can't say that.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably the eliminating factor. It has to be in 4 skis. I'll say this: they're all really good. They're all fantastic breweries. And just because I'm eliminating you does not mean I don't like you.
Oh wow! I thought you were on a hot sauce this for sure.
I love you guys. I'm really sorry.
I'm gonna have to support whoever you say really hard after this.
I can't do it. It's so hard.
I want you to say it so bad.
Yellow Bridge. I love you guys so much.
Friend of the podcast, Justin Goodfellow, just got the job there.
But you're just so far out of the way. I love you guys so much.
Well, I just was out there a week ago. I will be out there again.
They're so good.
I love them.
I love Justin too. I love him so much. But I can't eat any more hot sauce. I'm hurting. It was out of necessity. And I thought too, like, I just picked them because I'm sweating and I don't know. Their beer's really good.
Ouch.
Dude wants juice. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I love you, Justin. Don't ever let Matt in your establishment. Ian, Justin, don't let him in there. Wow. Well, I guess I'll be going out there by myself.
I'll go with you. I'll go with you. I'll go with you.
This. All right.
It was hypothetical.
I think we go back to family.
I don't like you. You know how you asked me who my best friend was?
Matt, you have 2 children.
No.
I won't say their names because
Reasons.
don't want to get into your private life too far.
Yeah.
But we'll say you have one that's older and you have one that's younger because there's 2 of them.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Who's your favorite? And I'll make sure I play this on one of their birthdays in like 10 years.
I love them both for different reasons. So it's kind of hard to say I like one more than the other.
Do you like how creative I got on this one?
This is good.
Yeah.
This is good. I'm kind of at a stalemate because I love them for different reasons. And I love them more in different situations.
You know what stalemate means, right?
Yeah.
You eat hot sauce.
Yep.
That's not an answer.
Am I still on this one?
Yeah, for this is the last. The next 2 are the dab.
Dude. Okay. It's fucking turkey, man. This is good turkey, though. I brought myself dark meat, too, because I was trying
That'll help. It's a little more moist. It'll slide down the gullet. Most people would say the main course of Thanksgiving is the turkey, but Matt's a Polish Jew,
Yeah.
so we got halushki for the main event.
Okay.
And that's not going to be good with sriracha. Let me take that away from you.
I'm a fucking man, by the way, and I'm not going to put this on the plate. I'm going to keep it in the container.
Okay. And here's a little bit of the last dab, triple X. Do you know what pepper's in this, Matt?
Yeah, it's 3 different kinds of ghost peppers. There's peach X, ghost X, and something else.
Chocolate
Chocolate X.
X. Yeah, have fun.
Start shaking it up now.
Yeah, I don't even want to touch the cap of that. Have fun with that.
Yeah, you can hear Satan's balls slapping against his leg when I do it like this.
So me and you have a text group
Yeah, yeah.
of like
It's
us.
a good group.
Yeah, it's me, you, 3 other of our friends. We'll go with Alan.
I just said that I was very thankful for all of them.
Yeah, Alan, Yanni, and Mike.
Yeah.
Very sweet guys.
Very sweet.
Very sweet. So you're going to have to kill one of them. Like, you're physically not going to have to kill them, but you're going to have to wish death on them. They're going to die. And the rest of us know you chose them to die. Not that you killed them, but that you wished death on them and it happened.
So I chose them for death, and then death then followed them.
Yeah, and you knew death would follow them.
It was imminent. Like
So you're killing one of our very, very nice friends. And they all listen to the podcast. So out of the 4 of us, and you can't kill yourself.
Fuck. You're smart. You're smart.
Who are you killing?
You're smart. You know what? Maybe Elon's hot sauce. I'm going to fucking say you.
You can do that. But now it's going to happen and everybody knows.
Fuck. Everyone will miss your beer.
Then your new sponsors aren't going to do you any good.
No, they won't. Like, he killed his best friend. What the fuck? I love those guys so much. I can't do it.
Last stab.
If these guys were eating the same hot sauce they would understand why I'd have to pick one of them.
Who are you killing? And he picked up the hot sauce. He is not answering this question. He's not even going to.
It's Mike. No, I'm kidding.
That is a joke because he is poor. And Mike is the sweetest. Mike is the one
He's
I could
the
kill
nicest fucking one.
last. All right. Well, I have 2 left. Just save a bite of that for yourself.
I'm like stir it in.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I was going to say, because you might need that for 2. I have 2 questions left. If you answer the next question, you won't need to eat any more of that. But you know what the last course is because you packed it. What is it? Pumpkin pie?
it's pumpkin cheesecake.
Pumpkin cheesecake with hot sauce. That'll be. Yeah, you shouldn't
Sounds delicious.
You shouldn't inhale while you're mixing that. How's that? Does that add a nice kick to the cabbage? He's dry heaving. Just coughing now. He's gotten over the dry heaves.
It's because the cabbage is watery.
Real good, right? All right. Ready for the next question? Since you brought me into focus on the last question and my beer, which one of my beers suck, Matt? I got him mid-drink and it's about to come out his nose. Which one of my beers absolutely suck and make me less of a brewer for making it?
Oh my god, dude.
That you've had. Because I don't think I've ever given you one of my, what I consider bad ones.
I've had a majority of your beers.
Oh, you know what? I just thought of another question. So we have 3 more.
Okay. So which one of your beers I don't like? I don't like it, is what you're saying.
Correct. Which one makes me a sucky brewer?
None of them make you sucky brewer.
Well, this one would. You better pick your least favorite.
That's how we made the seltzer.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's how we made a seltzer.
Hop out. That did suck. Did you try that, though?
No, I wore it.
Well, pick one you tried.
Fuck you. God damn
It
it.
has to be something you tasted to know it sucked. I just told you that sucked.
I tasted it with all of my fucking open pores. It rained on me outside. I was like, it stuck to me. I had like glue on me.
It was gross.
So it was any beer that you've ever made. Mm-hmm. What if I've liked them all?
Least favorite, then.
My least favorite beer?
It's fine.
Jojitorium. I'm kidding. The face you just made.
Fucking murder you.
I love you.
You're crying and snotting everywhere.
I am. Smash IPA series, Jason's sleeping bag, the one with the fruity pebbles.
Yeah, I'll accept that. I didn't make it again, so
I didn't like that one as much as the other one.
I kind of have to accept that.
It was still good.
Good cop out.
It hurts inside.
Oh no, I just thought of one and now I forgot it.
Yeah, that's right. Forget all your questions.
Oh no, I remembered it.
Fuck.
Out of every couple you know that is still married,
Stop it.
which one should get divorced? Which one do you think is the worst together? They have to currently still be married and not filing.
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce. All right. So he's finishing that haluski up. I'm going to get the pumpkin cheesecake ready for some last dab. All right. Well, he coughs the rest. Oh, that was a big bite.
Mama didn't raise no bitch.
At least you won't be hungry after this. Or probably for dinner, because that's hot sauce is going to hit you sideways, brother. I don't think you should give me any more segments anymore. This is what happens when you give me a segment.
I'm liking it.
Yeah. So I know you don't want to ruin that pumpkin pie. I think it's if you want to start pouring hot sauce on it now, though. I think it's safe to say you're going to be eating it. Do you want the last question before you do that, or?
You know what? Yeah, give me the last question before I put the sauce on, because I'm going to eat this regardless. I need the cream.
Okay. This one is not personal. This one's academic.
You motherfucker!
Because I wanted to crush you.
You're going to ask me a real fucking question?
Yeah.
Like
there's an answer.
Like a study.
There's an answer. You like math?
No.
Can you name pi out to the 20th digit? And if you can't, you got to do the hot sauce. Are you like trying to think of it? Because I don't think you even.
3.14, 69,
Hold on. I got to pull it up. You're out.
I just spelled 420, 69 boobs.
I saw what you did there. Thanks for not making me have to Google it out to the 20th place.
Just keep everyone entertained while I fucking...
Yep. Oh, yeah, he's pouring it on the cheesecake now. It looks like a great cheesecake. It's a shame you had to hot sauce it like that. Just take a big old bite. I think the sweet might help.
Probably
might not. It might react with that pumpkin spice in a odd way. But it might help. There's a lot of creaminess to that. It's got to be better than the halushki. No?
It's worse.
It's worse.
It's worse.
It's worse, everybody. So that's Matt's punishment for not being able to pick WWE matches right, which I think is easy to do. But he couldn't do it. He's a big dum-dum. He's got his forehead resting on the mic, drinking a Hams. It's good to rehydrate. I think he's going to survive. We might have to take a break.
We'll be back after this.
We're just going to do a little cut here, and we'll be back for questions.
Oh, it hurts so bad. Welcome back. I have recovered. Adam, you are devious. I appreciate the effort you put into that segment. You did a great job. And later on tonight, my boom boom is going to be nuclear.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, don't thank me. You brought all the food for your own punishment. I just had to write some Terrible question.
Heinous.
Yeah.
Heinous questions. I can't wait till you fucking lose.
It doesn't happen much. So
Doesn't.
We'll have to
But
wait.
when it does, I'm a save.
I know you're going to make the next one real hard
Uh-huh.
now. Real skewed, I bet.
So, Adam, we are nearing the end of our show here for our Friendsgiving episode, and we are on to listener questions, comments, and whatevs. First and foremost, we got some new listeners over this Thanksgiving holiday. Thank you to everybody who listens to us, who added us on. If you guys could like, subscribe, and share our podcast, it really helps us out. So the first question we had posed to us is a hot dog a sandwich? And it's not.
This is such a popular question.
It's not a sandwich.
that I've seen a lot, and I think it is.
I'm going to tell you why it's not
Go
a
ahead,
sandwich.
and I'll say why I think
It's
it is.
cured meat that you can like dice up and just like eat like little cubes of. It's not like I'm putting like bologna, ham, turkey, roast beef on a sandwich and saying, "Oh, it's a club sandwich," and I'm eating that. Just because you put a fucking sausage on a roll does not make it a sandwich.
Wow, you're kind of leaning right into my argument, though.
You always say that, and you'll just like roll into
So,
saying, like, "Ooh, it's
well,
a-"
first off, so you're saying like
Yeah.
everything else is the same, but you could just put everything else on a charcuterie board, and then it's just charcuterie. Like how you
Yeah.
can just cut up a hot dog, and it's
just like Cordell Stewart was a quarterback and a wide receiver and a running back.
But so you're saying if you just put a sausage on a roll,
It's not a sandwich.
no, it's not.
No.
So if you go down to any bar in Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
and you're saying a hot dog's a sausage, this is right where my argument's at. So a hot dog's a sausage, just like any other sausage is
Sure.
sausage. If you go to a bar and you see, oh, what's the Wednesday special? Kielbasa or hot sausage, but it's in a bun. Isn't it always listed as hot sausage sandwich or kielbasa sandwich?
Yeah. Just like a Roethlisberger isn't a fucking hamburger. It's just a gigantic piece of meat they put on 2 pieces of bread.
Which makes it a sandwich.
It's not a fucking sandwich.
It is a sandwich.
It's not a sandwich.
You never would say it's a hot sausage.
Sandwich?
What is it if you put? Because you can have hot sausage off. I'm not saying a hot dog immediately is a sandwich.
I've never said, can I have a hot sausage sandwich? I always say, can I have a hot sausage with, and I'll say like onions, peppers, whatever. I've never called it
but
a
it's
hot.
listed on the menu
Yeah.
as a sandwich.
To entice people who like bread.
Yeah. So a hot dog, that makes a hot dog a
Saloni's-
sandwich.
No, yeah, it's not a hot dog sandwich. It's a fucking hot dog.
No, fucking hot dog is just eating the fucking wiener chopped
No,
up like you said.
go to New York and you say, "Hey, bro, can I get a hot dog?" And they hand you hot dog on a bun. It's not a sandwich. It's just the vehicle for the condiments is the bun.
The vehicle for the condiment in every sandwich is the bun.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Tis.
Tis not. It's not. Dude, you ever eat hot dog by itself?
Yeah.
You psychopath.
No, I have.
Yeah.
I've just like dipped it in the ketchup or mustard.
You had ketchup with it.
I was out of buns.
You had ketchup.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to eat it by
Yeah,
itself.
I think you would. I think you would.
if I was real hungry.
I know. You eat it cold, too.
I was going to say, I might not even heat it up.
You crazy motherfucker.
They're fully cooked.
I just think when you look at it, it's cured meat that's going on a roll. And then that's like saying anything is a sandwich.
Making it
then.
a sandwich.
I'm going to put pig's hooves on a fucking bun and call it a pig hoof
If you want to eat a
sandwich.
pig hoof sandwich, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. They literally make hot dog buns for hot dogs to be a sandwich.
I'm putting this on the internet.
Go ahead.
I'm
We
gonna
can put
see
it
it.
on the poll.
Yeah.
I think a hot dog is a sandwich.
That's what I'm going to do.
And it literally, like, I was honestly going back and forth about it, like, when I heard it the first time, billions of years ago, whatever listener.
It's been a long, long time.
But that's how I justified it. I was like, well, hot dog is a sausage. So if you put sausage on anything else, what is it? They call it a sandwich. It's a hot sausage sandwich. It's a kielbasa sandwich. You put a breakfast sausage on an English muffin. It's a breakfast sandwich. It's all a sandwich with other sausages. Why do hot dogs have to be different?
Yeah, but I think with
Just because they're the bologna of sausages,
they are.
literally,
Yeah.
doesn't make them not a sandwich. A bologna sandwich is still a bologna sandwich.
I'm gonna let the internet decide this one because
Cool.
we can go out. This could be a whole other episode. I don't know if I can.
You
do
put cheese on it? Chili?
really good. Man.
Should be able to put chili on more sandwiches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. We can agree on that.
Can we get rid of? I mean, don't get rid of it because I like it every once in a while. But like, instead of buffalo chicken sandwich, just grilled chicken and chili on a bun.
Sounds really good. Hell yeah.
You can do it with almost anything but a Reuben.
Nah, I'm gonna do it with a Reuben too.
I don't really want it on a Reuben. I just think that's gonna really hurt.
Watch.
I think it'll be tasty. I think it'll be tasty. I think it's just gonna make me sick.
Just marble rye bread with chili with enough cheese on it to make the chili like a patty.
To stick. Oh yeah, I do that. I love marble rye.
I'm eating the shit out of that.
I'm just thinking chili with sauerkraut's really gonna hurt my tum tum.
Yeah. That's a night ender right there.
Yeah.
So Adam, the second question here is, what do you think about people believing that JFK was coming back?
So I thought it was JFK Jr.
I've read multiple reports where people thought like the actual JFK was coming back, but then I saw JFK Jr. Regardless,
I mean, I saw the video where they were all down in Dealey Plaza in Dallas.
Good Lord.
Waiting. There were like 500 dum-dums down there,
Yeah.
which me calling them dum-dums.
lets you know what's happening.
Lets me know, yeah. I mean, you really just got to go outside. And not to Dealey Plaza. Go outside and take a walk. Like, get away from the 24-hour news cycle. Get away from... That's internet, though. That's like...
I like how you're saying go outside. I'm going the opposite. I'm saying stay inside, read a fucking book. That's what I'm saying. Don't go outside yet. Just read, I don't know, the top 100 American author novels.
I'd rather you
then
believe
come out.
Narnia is a real place than JFK's coming back.
I tell you what, if I had to choose between a place where JFK comes back to life or I get to go to Narnia, fucking go to Narnia. Who the hell wants a guy from that long ago when the world has changed so much to even come back?
No, I get why. Because he was one of our most open-minded presidents.
Question 3.
Him and Abe Lincoln.
I can't believe you've done this. No, Abe, don't go to the theater, bro.
Yeah, he was just trying to become more cultured.
He was just trying to take in some theater.
Then he ran into saliva. Click, click, boom.
Is it too soon? Is it too soon for
No.
Abe Lincoln joke?
He's one of my favorite presidents. by the way.
He really was.
I like JFK, too.
I did like JFK. I tell you who I really liked. I wish he would have.
He turned that White House into, like, Animal House.
He did, man. Full of mashed potatoes and everything, man. Just doing anything. I wish Ross Perot would have won.
Yeah.
I
me
love
too.
Ross Perot so much.
Me too. I was a big fan of him.
Yeah.
He sent that friggin' like special forces troop that he hired to
Yeah.
go save people in foreign countries. That was cool.
Who the hell wants to kill somebody? You want to kill somebody? Come on over here. I'll
He
give
would
you
not.
$100,000. Go kill somebody.
He wouldn't age well either now. Man,
No.
yeah, it's
He
a whole
looked
different world
100
now.
back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, age like his politics wouldn't have held up either. Probably.
I think him personally also
No,
would
definitely
not.
not. Definitely not.
So last question here, man. What is one Christmas gift that you are going to buy for yourself this season?
I don't know. Well, like if I don't get it, because I've put multiple hints out there that I need a new drill.
Yes.
Yeah, badly. I need like a drill / driver
You do.
with a new battery. So that's the one like tool I want. And then I also want, which I'm not putting it out to anywhere because I kind of want to pick it out selfishly. I want a counterflow chiller for the brewery, which is
Nice.
a super technical thing, but it would speed up our brew days. Make a long story short, it would just speed stuff up. I'll probably. So my birthday is right by Christmas.
Which is awesome because you get fucked.
So I hope I get more cash than gift cards because I'll probably go get a tattoo with that.
Nice. Yeah.
But yeah, so I'd say in that ranking, drill, counterflow chiller, tattoo.
So take tattoo from your third line and put in my first one. I'm getting a tattoo done. And the new year, that's going to be a gift to myself. I'm actually going to go because I sought out the blessing of the dynamic duo, and I asked if I get a Joji tattoo, and you said it was okay. So
Yeah, but you had to put it on your ass.
nope. So I definitely for sure I'm gonna get a Joji tattoo. But I'm gonna get my forearm done too. I got some other stuff I want to do. But the other side of it is I want a soundboard for the podcast. I want to give myself a soundboard. I've been looking at some stuff, and I'm down to a couple, and I want to make sure it's one that's compatible with what I'm doing here, because nothing sucks more than buying new stuff and it doesn't fucking work. So
Correct.
I want to make sure it works. So Adam, we are diving into Christmas, and I gotta know, man, the people are asking for, I can hear them. Bash, bro. Bash, bro. Bash, bro. What the fuck is on tap, and where can you find us?
We've had a lot of visitors
We have.
over the last 2 weeks. So all we have left on tap is the Shat-Faced Pumpkin Roll Stout, coming in at 8.1%. And I have to imagine the Nightmare Daydream Lemon Bar Ale is on its last leg.
It's gotta be.
We drank through that 2 nights last week, like pretty hard. And it's just like the never-ending keg. But I know that's the end of that too. So those 2 are on for right now. We have the chai tea stout and a gingerbread stout that should be ready in about a week and a half. And tomorrow we will be brewing How the Gruit Stole Christmas, which is a cranberry honey lingonberry ale that comes from kind of the Nordic region of Europe. And it's brewed with a Scottish ale yeast. It's kind of the closest we get to a sour because we just like naturally let the tartness of the cranberry come through.
Yeah.
But it's just a really solid ale. Comes in super high for that holiday cheer. Probably shooting between like 7.5% to 9.5% with that one.
Which is also really smooth at that ABV. I had it
Yeah.
last year, and it was. You'd think it's a 5, like a 5 or a 6, but it really does sneak up on you.
And then I think for the joint bash brew / decay with the boys, not Christmas party, New Year's party.
Yeah.
We'll be tapping that barley wine we made about 2 years ago. Other than that, I want to do a Spruce Tip IPA coming up. Crushed by the Fist of God will be coming up, which is our 11% Imperial Honey Stout, smoked honey stout.
Yes.
Those are all in the pipeline, which if I have fermenter space, they're going to get brewed. And I have fermenter space. So I'm going to try to crank as many out through the holiday season as I can. So just stay tuned. We are just like really catching fire with people popping in for 1 or 2 after work and stuff. And it's a lot of fun.
Pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
So if you want to find what's going on with Adam down here in the brew lab, all you have to do is search him out at @bash_brew on all social media, and also follow him on Untapped. If you want to know what's going on with the boys down here in the Jojitorium, all you have to do is follow us at DWTB on all social media. That's Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Don't forget about the listener polls on Tuesdays, and new episodes drop on Sundays, bright and early in the morning to go along with that fresh cup of coffee. So from our Friendsgiving bash here in the Jojitorium to wherever you are listening to this, I want to say thank you again for following us, listening to us, subscribing to us, and sharing us. And until next time, cheers.
Cheers. Love you, Yellow Bridge.
My lumps.
I'm King Kong.
Got shit on me.
Fuck up the line.